Welcome to lesson 13 of the SwiftUI to-do list app. In this lesson, we're going to work on the profile tab here since we've got nothing going on here. Before we dive in, destroy that like button down below and let's start building. So we've got our actual to-do list working in this primary home tab, but we want to show something in this profile tab as well, particularly some information about the user as well as a way to sign the user out. So we have a profile view here. Let's open it up and let's get to it. Now, what do we actually want to show in here? It would be nice to show an avatar image, even though we don't allow the user to, upload images, and maybe a person circle image. And then we want to show some info about the user. So things like their name, maybe their email, maybe member since, and then we'll also want to show a sign out button. So let's start adding all of these. So we're going to start with the image. It's going to be a system name image. We're going to work with person.circle. We're going to say it's going to be resizable. We'll set an aspect ratio of fit so it always stays in the proper ratio, doesn't get distorted or anything. We'll set a nice foreground color of blue. And then we'll also set a frame with a width of 125 as well as a height of 125. So it's a nice square aspect ratio. Next up, inside of here, what I will do is create a VStack where we have the alignment as leading. Let's get rid of this extra content thing there. And we will create some horizontal stacks. Now, let's just get one to show up here so we know what this looks like. But we're going to say the first text here will be name, like so, and then we'll have another label right next to it, which hopefully will load in user data and be able to show the name. So let me just copy and paste this a few times. So we'll have name, email, member since. We'll want to obviously change the value on the right of it. And then finally at the bottom here, we will have a label, and let's actually use a TL button, which is our custom button that we've created. Our title will be sign out. Let's actually use the wording log out since we've used login elsewhere. And our action here will probably want to say view model dot logout, which we don't actually have a function for this, so we've got some work for us to do in this video. So let me jump into this particular view model, and something is wonky here. We're using the profile view model here, and we have toggle is done inside of this. Oh no, what did we do? I think I screwed up something here. So our profile view is actually being used, or our profile view model, it looks like, is being used rather than our today item view model. So let's see what is going on. Something is totally screwed up here, but we're going to fix it. So here we have a today list to do item. Okay, so we accidentally put the code for a single to-do list item inside of here, which is not a problem, not to worry. We're going to take the implementation of this toggle function. We're going to cut it with a command X and let me paste it into this guy. Now, before I continue on the profile journey, let's take the name of that view model. Let's come back to our single to-do list item here, and let's make sure we use the proper view model there. And before we try to build to make sure nothing is screwed up, don't forget we need to add a logout function inside of here in the profile view model. So it looks like we built and we do have some problems here. Let's see what's going on. Yep, we do need to import in here Firebase auth, which is what we had imported in the other view model where I accidentally put the code. That's okay. We're going to import Firestore as well, and everything should be building. Okay, so now that we fixed that, let's go back to profile and just give this preview a refresh, command option P, and we should hopefully see something here. Looks like we're not actually seeing it, so let's see what gives. Let's give this a build and run. Let's see if everything is looking good. Let's go to our preview. Okay, so in our preview, we see our button here, we see our information, and we see our avatar image at the top. But this button is just obnoxiously big. So let's see how we can go about adjusting this. Let me put a spacer below this and let's see if this looks any better. Otherwise, we might fall back to the normal button. Okay, so that button is still absolutely obnoxious. So I'm gonna create a standard button. We're gonna say this is log out, and this button will have a tint color of red. So let's see what that looks like. All right, okay, so I think this looks a little better. Everything is a little smushed together, so we probably want a little bit of spacing. So let's actually do that. We'll add a padding on here. I'll also add a padding on here. And even for the image up here, perhaps we'll add a smidge of padding. So let's give that a run again and check it out. All right, we're looking a whole lot better. Maybe we want the labels here, the left label in each H stack to be bold. So I'm gonna stick a bold on each of these. And perhaps on each of these, we also want a little bit of padding. So I'm gonna stick a padding on each of these as well and see if that looks a little nicer. Something about a good amount of margin and padding just makes everything so much nicer. So, okay, so we wanna get this logout functionality working, but the first thing that we wanna do, and more importantly, is get the user's profile to load and show here. So we actually would need to fetch this from Firestore, and we don't actually have it at the moment. So what I will do is I am going to open up this view model for our profile, and we're gonna say we have an @published var user of type user, and by default, it's going to equal basically nil. We don't have a user, we're gonna want to fetch that user. So let's create a function called fetch. And what we'll do inside of here is pretty simple. We're going to say guard let user ID is going to be auth.auth.current_user.uid, similar to what we have done elsewhere. Now that we have this from the database, firestore.firestore, we can say, hey, in the collections of users, get the document with this user ID. That's what I'm looking for. And we're gonna basically say, hey, get this document. Now, when we say fetch a document, we actually get a snapshot back and the error. Once we have that, we're gonna say guard let the data that we are going to read off of this query is snapshot.data, like so. And we'll just verify that the error indeed is nil. Once we have this data, we can actually create a user object and assign it to this. So we are going to capture weak self so we don't cause a memory leak. Like I mentioned, I'm going to gloss over this just to not go down a rabbit hole. And we do want to do the following on the main queue, since assigning a user will indeed trigger a view refresh. So let's create a user. So we're going to say self.current user, which I just called user in this case, is an instance of a user. And let's start filling all of this stuff in. So ID, name, email, and joined. So we are going to say that this comes from data. This will be ID, and you just want to cast it to the appropriate type. So it's string, string, string. Just make sure you update these and you don't have any typos. And this one here is going to be joined as a time interval. Otherwise, here we'll just stick a 0. And this should be sufficient to fetch the current user. Now, once we have the current user, we can use it to fill out all the user profile information. So by default, we don't actually have this user. So what we'll be able to do is the following. I'm gonna say, let's take all of this jazz, and I can say if let user is viewModel.user, we can continue. Otherwise, we want to say, show a label that says loading profile with a ... Now, once we have a user, instead of hard coding my name everywhere, we can say user.name, user.email, and then this one here is going to be a date, time interval since 1970, and this is going to be user dot, what I'm looking for is joined. And we do want to format this with a date, which will be abbreviated, and a time, which will be shortened. Alrighty, we did a lot of coding there, so let's give this a build and run, and let's see it in action. We expect to see this say loading, and we expect it to load the profile. But it turns out we never actually called that fetch function that we implemented inside of our view model. So where we're going to actually implement that is in a handler, in a modifier on appeared. So once our navigation view appears here, we're going to say view model.fetch user. Alrighty, so let's give this a build and run, and as soon as this appears, we should hopefully fetch our user, and we are good to go. So there we see our name, our email address, as well as when we joined this awesome to-do list app. So that's our basic profile. We still need to hook up logout, but one thing that I do want to do is I do want to at least abstract out this monstrosity of this view stuff that we've got going on here. So let me take all the stuff inside of this if statement, and what I will do is I will say this is profile, user is user, and I'm going to create a view builder annotated function here called profile that takes in a user of type user, returns some view, and I'm just going to stick all of that implementation in there, which is going to just reduce how our body looks, which makes it look a lot cleaner, easier to work with. This error is just transient. It should go away once Xcode gets its life together. There it goes. So a little bit of cleanup. So we do still have that logout button here, and when we tap it, we're calling viewModel.logout. Luckily, this is really easy to implement. All we want to do in a do catch block, in the catch, I am going to print out the error. That should never ever happen, but we will say try auth.auth, and we're going to sign out. You might be wondering, well, hey, how are we going to actually show the login screen again? Well, it's pretty simple actually, because we already handled it. If you remember, in our main view model, we've got this handy dandy listener here, this handler for our auth state did change event, and that should update our main view to show the login screen. So let's try to log out and we'll see if this whole shebang actually works. So fingers crossed, everybody hold your breath. All right, boom. So we are now logged out of the app. Let me give it a run, make sure we are still logged out, doesn't accidentally log us back in. And moment of truth, let's try to log back in to our account. Our super secret password is password, and boom, we are signed in. It loads in our results. We can update them. We can add more results. We'll say verify app. Let's pick a time in the future. All right, there's a new date. We'll change the time here. Maybe we'll go to an earlier time, and I will save this, and there is our results. And that's basically the majority, if not all, functionality for our SwiftUI to-do list app. Now, while it's super exciting, we're not quite done yet. We don't actually have an app icon yet. If we look at this app on the home screen, kind of ugly. We also want like a nice loading image when we launch the app, also known as a launch screen. So one more video to go in terms of building this out. Appreciate you watching. Drop a like before clicking on to the next lesson, and I will see you guys there.